Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Mary at the.meri.atelier. I'm going to try to get to my channel on other, on my laptop. I am still using my phone. It says I'm live. It says I'm live. Is anybody coming? I'm live. It says I'm live. Is anybody coming? I'm live. I'm echoing. There. Good morning, everyone. I'm a little early this morning. Let's see what I'm doing up here. All right. This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and this is Monday, August the 5th. I woke up early this morning. I woke up early. I'm a half an hour early instead of a half an hour or 2 hours late this morning. Yeah. All right. It's kind of muggy out. I have the front door open. I do have the fan going if you hear noise in the background. I have my coffee. I have coffee. I'm about out of coffee. Okay, let's put this aside. Annie V sent me, hello Patricia, good morning. Is it as warm over in your world as it is in mine? You're the next state over from me, aren't you, I think? I'm going to zoom in just a bit on this. There we go. Oops. I am filming from my camera, so it might be a little shaky, and we may have some data disconnects. We don't know. I'm still working to get my laptop back in order. I don't know. It's not letting me in. It's shutting me out, but at least I can stream with my phone, so I will. Yeah, it's muggy over there. You are working on Lisa's envelope book? Boy, I want to do that so bad. But what I want to start out here was Annie V sent me that package, and it had this little booklet of morning pages. This came from the Flow magazine. But I think morning pages were started by Julia Cameron, and what it is supposed to be like every morning you're supposed to do a brain dump of anything that's in your head. And you're supposed to keep it for yourself. It's not supposed to be for anybody else's eyes. Well, I'm going to kind of change that. I'm going to do morning pages, I think, at the very beginning of my morning streams. And I'm going to do, I'm going to do a TheMeriAtelier creativity dump. And they're going to be for anybody's eyes. Since I'm doing them online, I do need to get a piece of paper here. So what I'm going to do with these, now see, this says day 1, day 2, day 3. So I'm going to write on this side and paint out this side. Now I may be changing my day 3 to day 2 up here because I'm going to use media that will soak through. If that makes any sense. And I'm going to use my, let's see. Let's just use this little brush. And I need another towel. So I'm just going to kind of play with this. I'm not stream of consciences, that type of thing. I'll do personal, but I usually do that in another journal. when I need to. But I have to say, doing these early morning live streams really gets my juices going. I don't really need a brain dump. What I need is to finish projects. So I'm going to try to keep it positive. And we'll just see what happens here. I'm just going to work on these first thing, I think, in my streams. I'll paint out a page. This little notebook every morning for 48 days. Well, mine will probably be for 24 days because I am going to divide it in half. I'm going to paint on one side and do writing on the other. I think that's how it's going to go. And I could have probably picked a larger brush here, but I didn't. So we'll just use what I have in my hand. And I'm going to do these in my streams. And I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Just an art exercise. Yeah. Let's turn it this way. I might need a little bit more here. This is Georgia clay. I like my Georgia clay. I debated whether I wanted to do Georgia clay or black, but I thought, no, let's do some color instead of black. Now I could do this right in my art journal, but Annie V sent me this, and this is what's inspiring this little exercise, so I'm going to use it. Yeah. Let's dry this. Heat gun alert. I had to laugh. Scott said, saw alert. Sander alert. I can't remember what the other alert was. When this weekend when Becky was showing Scott working on some projects. I always miss her live streams. I always miss out on her live streams. I was watching for her yesterday and she never came on, so I went to do something else, and when I come back she'd been on and left her thrift haul. And she says, well, Mary, she said, that's what impromptus are about. Not knowing when they're going to come on. I always miss her. I guess I'm just going to have to get used to missing her unless I can catch her. I like to watch Aunt Becky. I enjoyed her thrift haul yesterday. Oh my goodness. She got 50% off of this big bag of items she got. She calls it the bins, where you go in and just pick things out and throw it in a sack and you pay by the sack. Or by the pound, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what. Alright. So that half is done and dry. And yeah, I got a little spot there. We'll take care of that later. Now, what I want to do is write on this side. But I know it's going to soak through because I'm going to... It always soaks through, let's put it that way. Now, I'm going to use one of these dollar store pens, I think. And I don't know if this one will soak through. But I'll be using media that will soak through. So I'm going to paint this side. So I'll be painting on day 2 tomorrow and writing on day 3. So my day 3 will become my day 2. I might get out some stickers and put over these. So I am just going to, I'm going to choose a word over here. So let's date it. Let's just write, today's Monday. And I'm going to write fairly large because I don't want this to go on and on and on. Monday, August 5th, 2019. Wow. Wow. And I'm just going to say good morning. That's a good way to start your day. Good morning. I was thinking about, that's what I'm just going to kind of read this as I write it. And I'm going to write big, so this won't be a huge, big, boring thing. I was thinking this morning about starting my day off with a positive word. Then I went into the kitchen to make morning coffee, and noticed I was just about, or I should say getting low, just about getting low. We'll put them both in there. On coffee. I need coffee. So I started thinking about other things I need. Maybe not grocery. Yes, I'll go shopping this week. And that's all I'm going to put on here. And then I'm just going to sign it Meri, TheMeriAtelier. This has no really logic to it other than, you know, you're supposed to like do a brain dump and all of that. Well, I have to say, doing my art in the morning really is a brain dump. It really gets me going. Now, I had gotten this out when Annie V, what did she send me? She sent me some Rub and Buff, and when I was opening my package, I think I showed this brush leaf, and I was wondering how it would work on here. So I got it out. It's combustible, may be harmful if swallowed. Skin irritant exposure may cause or damage, so you don't want to get it all over your skin. Contains copper, petroleum, distilled something or other. Let's see. Let's just shake this up a little. I'll just paint a little on with my brush. But what I'm going to do here is write with my bigger marker, hopefully if I can find it. Maybe I need a bigger marker. I had one out yesterday. Well, let me see here. Here it is. And I'm just going to write something that we all say frequently. I need my coffee. I'm going to do coffee here. C-O-F-F-E-E. And then I'm just going to draw a little mug. Just for the fun of it. Just draw a little mug. Well, let's put it on a table with a doily under it. That's all we need. I hear a train coming in the distance. Now I'm going to take this. See, then that, it's because I painted it, it didn't come through. I got some paint there, but I'll take care of that. So, and I'll be painting those different colors. This just gets me started in the morning thinking about, now, I was thinking about things I could do with positive words, but let me get this phone cord out of my way. This really isn't a positive phrase like, be creative or forgive or be gentle, something like that with start your day on the bright side, smile, that type of thing is more positive. This is just what was in my head. I need my coffee. Let's see who's come in. Let's see. I have a different way. I have to look over on my laptop to see the comments because my phone is up there. So to see up there, I've got to stand up. So let's see. Patricia's in the house. Lori Loves is in the house. Good morning, Lori. Yeah, Patricia, turn those problems over to the Lord. Yep, that's true. So true. A lot of people had bad weeks last week. Yeah, just like it was a wave of it, wasn't it? Good morning, Nina. Welcome, welcome, Nina. Hi, Santa. Good morning. Lori's in the house. Good morning, Lori. They're saying good morning to each other. You're drinking morning coffee at 12:12 a.m. Oh, dear. Well, let me take another sip of mine. Well, it's still nice and warm. I debated whether I wanted to make coffee this morning because it's hot and muggy this morning, and it's really not a morning to have coffee, but I miss it when I don't have it in the morning. Oh, you meant noon. Oh, yeah. I am too, Santa. The morning and the evening, that 12 a.m. and 12 noon thing gets me confused. She's in Finna. Santa is in Finland. Good morning, Santa. Welcome, welcome. Iowa sounds good. Lots of farming there. Yeah, lots of farming in Iowa. Santa says, I've read a lot of USA because I want to move there someday. Oh, cool, Santa. Just think. We could do art together. Oh, and there's Linda. Hello, Linda. Hello. What was I watching yesterday? It had Dutch words in it. Oh, I started watching this series on, I think it's on Pluto TV, about the Amish mafia, or just about the Amish life. And they'll speak Dutch. They don't want anybody else to understand them. They'll revert to Dutch. I'm going, I need Linda. Linda said good morning to everybody. Mary, I messed up the clock. It's noon here. Okay. I mess up my clock a lot too. Sprechen Sie Dutch? Santa said. Amish is probably German. Well, on there they said they spoke Dutch. So, whatever, I don't know if I'm going to get that lid off. Whatever they were speaking Dutch, because I thought of you, Linda, and that when they said it in there. Now, I don't know about this. This is supposed to be, I got this at Hobby Lobby on sale. Brushed leaf, liquid metallic finish. So I'm just going to maybe border this. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to stick my brush in it and see what comes out. Oh, it's kind of pretty. You can't see it too well on here because it's pretty dark. Let's just brush around the top here just because. Let's paint my cup. It's kind of like an antique gold. That's kind of pretty. And I don't know about putting my brush in here, but we will. Oops. Just because I want to play. Now, I don't think it's showing up too well on this Georgia clay. Let's see what it looks like over here. It's kind of an antique gold. We'll just do the border here. Now, I need to rub it off on something. Where's my art journal? We'll just kind of let that dry a little, and I'm just going to open up to a page and just smush it in here just to get it off of my brush. Just smush it in. I think it'll dry. It's already dry. Alright, I'll put that back in the water. I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. I'm going to put the lid on it. I might use this to border books with, maybe. Let's go ahead and dry this. Let's put my pliers back in. I might use my white. So, yeah, I think I'm going to start out by just doing a quick page in this book. See if I can get this dry. It's only wet where it's thick. So yesterday, I was able to spend some time over on Tanya McGuire's channel, and I did finish a pop-up page. I didn't put all the extra pop-up embellishments on there because you'll see I didn't have room for them. So I'm going to get that out and show it to you. I think that's pretty dry. I got some red clay on my hands, but I think that's pretty dry. I think I can close it up. Hold the phone. Okay. I need my coffee. I should put morning coffee. Let's see. Let's get this white out. This is a Krylon, K-R-Y-L-O-N. I can't find these in like the Hobby Lobby and that. I found this one at the. Let's get it going. Ace Hardware. Come on, got to get it going. I don't know if it's, and I generally like these. This one's, I used it the other day. There it comes. Now I'm just going to put some white lace around here. Just kind of, you know how you write stream of conscious? I think doodling is maybe your visual stream of consciousness. Do you think maybe? Ooh, I like that. And let's just, let's do this. Just to have some fun with my pages here. Oops, I forgot I had that. Well, we'll go like that. And we'll bring it down this way. I'm not going to be able to get one in there. And let's bring it this way. So, I need my coffee. Let's see if it'll go around right here. So these are going to be my morning pages. Now, I will not be doing one in every consecutive morning, because I don't stream every consecutive morning. I just stream a lot of mornings. I'll do one when I stream. Until I fill the book. Well, that didn't come through too bad, did it? But still, I'm going to use one page for, you know, and I almost feel like whiting this out. Let's see if I can just white it out. Yeah. So, look, I got a little white spot there. Let's see if I can cover that up. So what else do I need? I was thinking of things that I need that aren't necessarily art things, like more inner, I'm going to throw this away because, well, no, I'm going, yeah. I was thinking of things more, like what do I need, not, well, physically too, but mentally, in my life, like my thought life, and, you know, what do I need to be thinking about? What, not just material things, I guess is what I'm getting at. What do I need that's not material? What books do I need to read? What kind of thoughts do I need to put in my head? So this page is more about need. Let's write need here. Good morning. I'm just going to write it here. Maybe I'll put it in the little box here. And maybe I'll make it a N-E-E-D. That's the end of that. That's my thought for this morning, August 5th, 2019. I was thinking this morning about starting my day off with a positive word. And then I went into the kitchen to make my morning coffee and noticed I was just about getting low on coffee. I need coffee. So I started thinking about the other things that I need. Maybe not grocery. Guess I'll go shopping this week. So that was my thought this morning. My coffee. And I really do kind of like this gold. I could see putting it on an art journal page. I think Hobby Lobby had this on sale, so I don't know if they're going to sell it anymore. This is, what did I do with it? What did I do with that little bottle of stuff? Here it is. This is called Brush Leaf. Liquid Metallic Finish. Interior Gold Leaf. Who makes it? Amaco makes it. A-M-A-C-O. Stir well, clean surface, apply with a brush. Clean or thin with paint thinner. Keep in original container. American Art Clay. So I imagine that this is to paint on maybe pieces of clay. You know how they bake clay? That's kind of cute. I mean, nice. I'll use it. I'll use it up on sale at Hobby Lobby. Okay, let's close my morning pages out. I want to show you. This is what I did. Am I buffering? Am I buffering for you guys? Okay, you guys are not buffering. It's only me. Thank you. And good morning, Trudy, my sweet life. Welcome, welcome. Linda said she made her coffee bean stamp, but it did not come out nice, so I drew them by hand. Well, Linda, if it doesn't work for one thing, you can use it for another. I'm going to have to refresh my screen here, I think. I'm looking on my laptop. Let's see. It gives me an ad. I see what you guys go through when you want to come in. You have to watch an ad. All right. Skip the ad. Let's get in there. All right. I'm not buffering anymore. Let's see what my quality is on here. Quality is 480. Let's move it up to 720 or 780, whatever it is. And that's as high as I can get on my camera. I wish my webcam were set up, but 780 is what it's going to be. Hi, Jersey. Good morning. Trudy Craig, my sweet life. They're saying good morning to Laura, to Jersey Crafter. Good morning, ladies. Welcome, welcome. And Linda McAllister's in the... Linda, if your stamp doesn't work, you can draw it. I had this jelly printed page that I did, when we did that jelly printing swap on Aunt Beck's group several months ago. And I have a packet of them here, but I'm getting pretty low. But this was done 2 house, just little house masks put on my paper and then jelly printed over the top of it like that. And then this was the other side. I really like this as the cover. I might turn this way and make my cover out of this instead of I was using this as the cover, but I'm thinking that I kind of like it this way. This has got that ledger paper on it. I don't know if you can kind of see it, the ledger paper. So this was the cereal box cover. And I need to get my bone folder. It fell down the crevice. So there's that word, I need. Things I need. Like I need to do. I should make a list of things I need to do. I need to vacuum this floor. I need to continue sorting. I'm getting there with sorting out my craft area. There, I kind of like this as the cover. And then this is the page. Are you ready for it? I think I have to kind of slant it this way so you guys can see when it opens up. I'm lagging. I'm watching my lag time here. All right, I'm going to open up my page. Oops, I'm holding on to it. It's a, oh, I'm holding on to it. It's a pop-up page, and it pops up like that. Can you see it? Can you see the lady on the horse there? So she pops up. Now I put her way down at the base. Let me look at my, do I have my live button on? I don't see a live here. There. So I did not have too much room for embellishments in this area. So I didn't put any embellishments on. I might have tried to put them on in there, but then they would have kind of interfered with this. So I might have tried to put something in here, but I just put journaling words in there. You like us. You really like us. And we were discussing my question to Tanya. I pretty well understood where she was going with this. I just glued it down on another piece of, this is just that cardstock, knee-haw cardstock. You can get it at Walmart, bright white knee-haw. N-E-E-H-A-R. H-A-H, is that how it is? N-E-E-H-A-H. You get it in the office part. But my question to Tanya was, how am I going to bind this in here? And she was talking about putting another page, say this was another page in the book, gluing it on that way, and just having it be, you know, if it were glued down, this page would be bound in. And I think that's what she did on hers. She had a smaller page that fit on a larger background. But I wanted mine to be a page in the book. So what I'm going to do is say I have a cover here and say this is another page made out of cardstock. I'm going to bind my book, and this will already be bound in. And then I'm just going to attach my page to a blank page. Now I might just attach it on the sides here because, or maybe attach it in the center, because I'm not sure if the book is bound in. If I just glue the whole thing down like that, it might kind of get tight or something, or wiggle, not wiggle, but wrinkle. So I might just lightly attach it. So when I say lightly, I mean just in, maybe even just right here in the center, so that it has room to go back and forth as I'm open and close the book. But yeah, that's what I did in Tanya's stream. I got this out of, I think, a Real Simple magazine. I have, where is it? I have the page. Well, I guess I don't have it out. I have another page just like it, but I think I put it away. I have another page just like it. And this actually is the top half of the page, the lady on the horse. And she was actually, it was a page all about house cleaning. And on the other page, she had a frying pan in her hand, and she was riding off to clean the house. And I guess this was the bottom of the page with all the people in here. You can see the people. So when I cut the piece out, I actually cut it from this top half of the page. So I just put the bottom of the page on here. So I was pretty happy with how that turned out. So I might have to trim it a little for it to, well, let's see, because I turned my book the other way. It's given me a, I might have to figure out how I'm going to, it's going to stick out unless I do a overwrap on it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing these pop-up pages with Tanya if she continues this in her streams on Sunday afternoons. She comes on Sundays at 12 noon Central Time. And Lisa's coming on tonight, I think. Lisa Conway, My Eclectic Life. So, there we go. So, let's move on to something else this morning. Oh dear. Yeah, well, let's get inspired by our century book here. And this is the Art Deco. I wish I could show you guys the picture that I based this off of. I'm going to have to figure out, I have to get out my old phone, I guess, and bring it in here so I can either stream off of my old phone or show the pictures off of the old phone. So let's do another, what shall I do here? Let's do another inspired ATCs off the, I was looking at criminals. I was going to do a sketch of Al Capone this weekend. I never got it done. Let's look at my Glorious Century book and get inspired by some pictures. I'm not quite ready to cut out of here yet. So let's go to the 1920s. They call them the unruly 1920s. This is the last page of it. Who was running there? Herbert Hoover. The struggle for a decent living, proud people that good times forgot. If they could, farmers, whether using a mule or steam or gas power to harvest wheat. Oh, I want to see. Oh, you know what I have? Is it out here? Is it out here? Of course it's not. Because I want it. Where did I put it? Did I put it under here? No, I'll have to hunt for it. I have a picture that I want to put in there, but evidently oh, here it is. This picture. Now this could either be a 1940s or a 1920. I'm not sure. I cut it out of a history book. But I think that it's the 1920s because it's talking about, it might even be a bit earlier. It's talking about 1911, 14, and that. But I'm going to put it in my book, in my journal, because it reminds me of, well, this reminds me of the opening chapter here. Let's get it out. This kind of reminds me of this over here. Let's see what you guys are saying to me. I have to turn them to my side here. Hi, Azure. You'd like to learn about pop-ups? Well, Azure, go watch Tanya's stream from yesterday. She did a very simple one. Now, she put some other little pop-ups on her page. She even put one on up in here. But I didn't feel like I had room for them. I felt like if I was putting it in a book. So this one is a very simple one to do. So go watch hers and maybe just make a template. I think that's what Mina did. Just make a template. It's very simple to do. And she's going to do another one next week, I think. So I think she's going to make a little book like this, a little pop-up book. I was the only one playing with her yesterday. Good morning, Azure. What happened to her camera? I don't know. Are you talking about Tanya's camera or my camera? My camera, there's nothing wrong with my camera when they, if you're talking about mine, Azure, when they took those Google Hangouts on 8.1, my live stream area got all messed up on my channel. When I start a live stream, I go out to my channel area, my dashboard type thing, and you start a stream, except for I get a schedule menu. I don't get the regular, I don't get all the options to start it. There's no start button. And so I've been trying, I finally got a hold of someone good in the help area who's been giving me all these suggestions, and I've been doing them all, but so far nothing's helped. So I'm actually going to see, I'm going to experiment today. Hopefully if I have time, I'm going to go over to the library. And I'm going to do a private stream right off of theirs. I'm going to go out to it on their computer and just see if I can at least get to the start menu. If I can get to the start menu on their screen, on their computer, on their device, I don't have another device. That was one of the suggestions, was try another computer. Well, I don't have another one. That I got my old one, but I don't want to put it online because it's Windows 7 and I don't have any virus protection on it or anything, so I'm not putting it online. My phone works, but I'm going to see if it works over there. Then yeah, it's probably something in my settings. But if it doesn't work on theirs, then it's either something internally on my channel that's messing up on their side, you know, a setting someplace in the dashboard area, or they're messing up. Because if it messes up on more than one device that's not even mine, then I know it's not just my device. You know, it's not something in my computer or with my webcam. So I'm going to test that out over at the library. Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on with mine. I can still stream on mobile. So I am streaming on mobile, which kind of takes me back to... So far I haven't had any data disconnects, but we'll see if how that works. And I'm streaming on Wi-Fi. I'm not streaming on my Ethernet. So I'm kind of disappointed because I'm back to the old days, but at least it's better than nothing at all. At least I'm getting out there. Yeah, I uninstalled Chrome several times, Azure, and I also brought down Firefox. I brought down Firefox, and it does the same thing on Firefox. So, and the other suggestion was temporarily turn off all the extensions. I've done that. What else have I done? Turned off and on my computer. I tried just streaming, not with my webcam, but just the camera on the laptop, and that doesn't work. It won't, it's like it won't let, they're not sending me the right screen to start. They're sending me a schedule screen. And I noticed in Aunt Beck's stream yesterday, right at the end when she was signing off, she said, Mary's coming on. She's testing. And I was testing, but I was setting one of those schedule things. And I wasn't aware that it went out there to the public because I wasn't going to stream. All I can get to is a schedule stream. And I thought, well, I'll set it to, they schedule it for every half hour, I think, and I set it to that, and I waited for that to happen. I thought, well, maybe it will come on when it's ready to stream, but that didn't work either. So I really do think well, I shouldn't say it, but I think it's messed up on their side. It's not me. The phone works. Yeah, I tried uninstalling. Let's see, Jersey said, I'll bet Trudy's, it's hard to have a crazy schedule if you have a heart. Trudy says, yummy Azure, sounds delicious. How are you feeling, Trudy? Did you have fun the other day? Trudy says, Laura, yes, it's sort of a taste of retirement, except I don't walk. Yes, Mexican food, and I'm just getting out is great. Oh, you know, it's never a hassle to have to push somebody in a wheelchair. It's kind of an honor. It does him good, Trudy, to help you out. Did you roll back your PC? No, I didn't do that. Roll it back. I'd have to talk to you exactly what you mean there about rolling it back. First thing, well, the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try to stream on, now right now, let me type in, well, no, right now I'm on my laptop, but I have another channel just called Meridel Abrams. You know, like I have Meridel Abrams at Gmail and the.meri.atelier at Gmail. And I did not have streaming set up on that, or I don't do any videos on that channel. Well, to stream on it, you have to pass their test for streaming. You have to be in good standing and everything. And then that was no problem. That happened right away. But in order to do live streaming, you have to wait 24 hours. So I'm waiting for my 24 hours. I'm going to see if I can stream from another channel, from my Meridel Abrams channel. And if I can stream from another channel, I also know that it's not my devices. And I would also know that there's something wrong in my channel settings someplace. So I'm going to test that, and I'm going to go to the library and see if I can do a private stream off of the library computer. That will tell me too whether it's my device. If I can stream from the because I don't have another device to try from other than my phone. So that's my. You can roll back your PC to, like, say, a week or the last update in case something didn't load right. Okay, I'll check those settings out. I'll check that's probably in the settings someplace. I'll check that out, Azure. I would want to roll it back to the last week in July, because that was when my last streaming. My streaming worked fine on July 31st. It might have even worked on August 1st. If you look at my streams, it may. Now, you do see other streams out there, but they're from my mobile. And this one this morning is from my mobile. I'm going to change my title to say from mobile, so I know which ones are from mobile and which ones are from. Because when I sent off to the help desk, I'm actually getting two different people. And one person said, well, you're streaming, what's the problem? And I'm going, the problem is it's from my phone and not my laptop. In the control panel. Okay, under user. Okay, I'll check that out, Azure. Well, Trudy, you're giving him the chance to be helpful. It's hard to, I would think I think it would be hard to accept help from another person. I know how hard it is sometimes when I get all this happy mail. I get all this happy mail from you guys, and I feel so guilty. So Trudy, in a way, I understand, because, and it's, I keep wanting to say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. And you keep wanting to repay it. You keep wanting to repay it or do something in kind. When somebody does a kindness to you, you want to do a kindness back to them. And which is okay. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing, Trudy, when your boyfriend pushes you in the wheelchair, maybe try to find a way to do something nice to somebody, even if it's sending them a nice thought. And, that was another thing. Now I'm off on my little soapbox, because it's not really a soapbox, it's just a thought. Sometimes you can send nice thoughts to people that you don't even know. And I was reading a magazine article about that. It may be somebody in your community. It may be some government leader. It may be somebody on your school board. It may be somebody you pass in a car who flipped you a sign, the third finger sign. Just send a nice thought to them. Just do something to react positively back. And that does a lot, even if you're not in a wheelchair. That does a lot just for us, personally. So I'm going to put this in my journal. Let's leave it right on. I didn't intend to put it on this black paper, but I grabbed the black paper, so I'm just going to cut this here. Somebody on YouTube. Maybe I should start sending YouTube some nice thoughts. Let's send those help people some nice thoughts. Maybe they'll come up with a good suggestion for me. I almost had it. I thought I almost had it yesterday, because I got to the screen. That I needed to start on it, and it had a next button, and I hit the next button, and it grayed out. It wouldn't do anything. It just grayed out. It turned gray. So, and then I couldn't get back to it. I couldn't get back to that screen again. Which says to me there's something fishy going on, and I really do think, see, they're assuming that it's all on my side. They're assuming that it's just all my computer, something's out on sync on my side. And I would believe that if it didn't happen on right when they took out Google Hangouts. Because it was working fine one day and I logged in the next day and it wasn't working anymore. So I think that there's some setting in there that's either not set. I'm not getting the complete menu. That's what's happening. So something's not set right on my channel. So I'll use my phone. I'm very thankful that I can at least get live on my phone. At least it didn't mess that area up. Too bad. Well, I can still stream on it. Let's put it that way. So the theme of my art journal in August is the 1920s, and that was actually suggested by Anne. And I really like that suggestion because it's interesting. You learn a lot. You learn a lot about it. You don't think too much about it in the 2019. But I've said before that here, these people in the 1920s came right out of World War I. And they actually, the first part of the 1920s was actually very good. It was very prosperous. Things were happening for them. And made me think of our culture today in our 2011 to 20. Is this going to be straight? Well, no. That's why we do this Aunt Beck's way. So we can just take this little corner off here. It's going to tear. Let me get this straighter. I never put these things down straight. I don't understand. Sometimes I just don't understand why I can't get it straight. There we go. But at least I did it Aunt Beck's way so that I can straighten it out. And pull it out after you get it all set. It makes me think what a good... We are reveling in a good economy in the United States, or a better economy in the United States now. We're having it not the best of all worlds, but not the worst of all worlds either. And it makes me think of what these people went through in the early part of the 1900s. They weren't thinking that they were going to have a crash in 2020 or 1929. And we may not realize that we might have a crash in either 2029 or this is actually 2019. I don't think we're headed for a crash, but this year, but we could be, and they were very prosperous, and in the early part of the 1920s, they were very prosperous, and then the crash hit. And it may not be a stock market crash that hit it, it could be anything. So I'm thinking about that, how sometimes when you have it good, you don't think about how it is when you don't have it good. I want to put this in my art journal, but I also want to, let's see, let's go ahead and put some tape down. I'm just going to tack this in. I'm not going to worry about getting tape, because this is just for my art journal. This isn't going out to an ATC or anything. All right, I want to go back to my, I want to pick out a picture here to do on my ATC. This is Henry Cabot Lodge, a powerful Republican senator from Massachusetts, offered to stop opposing Wilson's treaty. I don't know what Wilson's treaty was about. Prohibition. Here's a lady bootlegger, could carry a full gallon in each leg of these copper bloomers. Speakeasies and bootleggers. Here's Malone. Or not, yeah, Al Capone, not Malone, Al Capone. Let's do a sketch of him. I was going to sketch him. I was going to do a full sketch of him yesterday, and I got off onto other things. Let's do a Al Capone sketch here, just because I want to. Let's do him right here. This is Eliot Ness, who was Al Capone's nemesis. All right, let's start out with his head, his hat. His hat's going to come around this way. And this is just going to be another one of these kind of a simple sketch, like what I did the other day with those ladies. He's got a brim of his hat coming this way. Kind of comes up, and it's got one of these side dents in it. All right, then he's got his hair here, and his forehead. It's got kind of sideburns coming down here. His ear. He's got kind of a fat face. I would zoom in a little, but I don't want to touch my phone. Let's see what you guys are saying again. Linda just subbed to Jersey's channel. Azure, suggestions for webcam. Logitech. Yeah, that's what I would get to as a Logitech. Good suggestion, Azure. That's what I have, because I have the same one that I talked to Dee Dee before I bought my webcam, and I got the same thing that Dee Dee got. Dee Dee Willingham, who will be on later this morning. Oops. His hat should really come out a little bit more. Let's make it come off of the ATC a little. And he's got a little bit of a fat face here. Very, very fat neck. He was born in New Jersey. I was reading about him on Wiki, Al Capone. And I think he's Italian. I think his parents came over from Italy. Now, let's see. This is hair here. And this is his ear. So his eyebrows come in here. Very thick eyebrows. And this one kind of goes up and around that way. And his eyes are very close up. If you could see a close-up of this, you could see his eye is... Let's just put it in like that. Yeah. Nose comes here. He's actually smiling here. He must have had a good day. And I think I'm going to do the Art Deco thing here and do a double line around this. like this. And maybe even, should I bring it down, I wonder? I think I will. And I'm doing this very freehand. Very freehand. Just because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Let's curve it and bring it down this way. And bring it back up this way. And bring it over this way and do another curve just because I want to. There. Now, I'm going to put my, I have that extra sheet of paper in here. And I do underneath of this. Now his jacket is very dark. He's got a white cap on, but let's color this in. In here you can't even see the lapel on his jacket, but I'm going to give him one, sort of, like that. And I give him a little tie. I'm going to leave his hat white. In the photograph, he's got a white hat on, but I'm going to do an outline. I'm going to let it come outside of the ATC. It kind of comes out like that. And I think I almost want to get out that gold again, but let's get out a marker. Let's get out a marker instead. I've been putting masking tape on my marker thing so they don't... What color do I want? Shall I do the orange? I think I'll do the orange just for the fun of it. I want a big, broad background color here. And I got that on my page. Come on. I think that orange is kind of a criminal color. Oh dear. Now that isn't the only aspect of Deco art, the outline here. That is one aspect of it. And the broad colors are another aspect of Art Deco. And I'm just, like I said, I did this very freehand. If you look at Art Deco posters and are looking at the outlining like that, it's very nice and precise, and, you know, it's not freehand like Meri does. And I'm going to give him an orange tie just to make it stand out. There. Now, this is done with a, I've got, let's see. I'll hold the phone here. Let's see what I have. Let's see if I can give this face a little shadowing in here. Yeah, I can. Just a little, because I used that Dollar General pen. And so I can move that ink just a little here to where I can give him some shadowing. Maybe a little shadow in his eye and nose area. Just a little. And what shall we do for the... And I almost want to do the orange again, but let's do a blue. And let's see. I can get a hold of it here. I could do a yellow, but a yellow won't show up on the... Very good with the orange. Let's grab this blue. Let's put a blue line in here. That was fun. I'm going to call that done. Just for the fun of it. Stick people is a start. There's nothing wrong with stick people. There's nothing at all wrong with stick people. They're kind of fun. Who was it? Oh, she lives out in Nevada. I can't remember her name. I used to watch her all the time. But for a Halloween costume, I think it was her and her boyfriend or her and her husband. I can't remember. But they dressed up as stick people. And they had dark outfits on. And then they had the neon paint was the stick people. It was really, really a cool outfit. I might have made that brim of that hat a little too large, but I'm going to leave it that way. Now, I'm going to do another thing here just to make it look a little bit more deco-y, Art Deco-y. I'm going to give this a double. I can't read my comments as easy because I don't have my phone down here on my desk. So I'm missing a lot of what you guys are saying. Sorry about that. Yeah, a white gangster hat. Hi, Janet Nash. Good morning. Good morning, Josie. Laura, I get bummed when I don't see you're on. 15 more days and I can start walking. Oh, Trudy, that's cool. Jersey says she has a webcam, she just likes her phone better. I gotta clean my ruler off, it's a mess. I cleaned my scissors, it's time to clean my ruler. I should get me a smaller ruler too. But this is the one I have, so this is the one I'm going to use. Let's see, let's bring that way out there. Let's bring it up a little. Yeah, working kind of blind there, but that's good. I hear a train, and they mute their they mute their whistle early in the morning. It sounds weird. Oops, that might be a little too far. We'll see. Oh, there he's blowing his horn. I'm just kind of doing this eyeballing it. I'm not measuring or anything. This is just my page of ATCs. Oh, I went too far down. I got a piece of washi tape on it. Went too far down. Oh well. And this one I don't have. Can't see what I'm doing when I do this stuff live. I have to work I have to work too far a foot away, and I don't always see it good. Yeah. It's awfully muggy here this morning. It's one of those dog days of summer. Gotta appreciate the dog days of summer. I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, you can tell. That was really crooked. Oh well. Yeah, I do it on this side here. I don't hold the ruler as well this way. Last one. Last line. There. Alrighty. Let's do something else here. Where's my pen? My page blue. So let's do another drawing of somebody else. I think I'll write Al Capone here. Al Capone. I could do the Elliot Ness. I don't know. I think I'll skip him though. I'm just not inspired. Let's see. What else shall I do? You guys see. I have to do something on the right side of the page here. There's a thimble that says Coolidge on it. Some Indians. Ooh. I love that top hat. I love that top hat. I wonder if I could... Let's see if I can do that. Just turn my book this way. Let's see if I can fold my art journal like this. Is that going to work? I think so. Bring it down a little. There we go. Let's do this guy. If I can. I might have to slant it a little so I can work with it. All right. Got to get a sense of it here. I'll start with the hat up here. Does it have, it looks like it has a band. It might curve a little bit more here. And then it has a curve, and it curves down. It might be a little bit too. Part of the problem is too that light shines and hits, and I can't see exactly what's going on. Now his face is kind of looking off this way because you can see the side. He doesn't have a front-on view like this guy down here. You can see this side of his head because you can get a pretty good view of his sideburns and his, I'm not sure I can do that, we'll try, and his ear comes in here, and his neck comes down, and then his sideburns are right in here. His hat, I can see underneath of his hat pretty good, except for right up in there. His forehead actually is even with this hat, so I'm going to, if I put his forehead here, I'm going to have to move that hat a little bit more, like that. And let's just give him some hair there. And this is all colored in. This is all his hat up in here. And this is all his hat. And his eyebrows come, well, it's got interesting eyebrows. They kind of come like that. And like that, but maybe not over so much, but oops. And his nose, let's see, let's put in his eye. I always think that my sketches look more like clip art when I do smaller faces, because I can't get the tonal values in there in the same way as if I were doing a larger face. A little bit harder to get those tonal values in. Now see, his face kind of comes, his cheek kind of comes down that way, and his nose kind of comes down this way. His hat really isn't that big. I got my hand on my... He's got a rounder face down here. And his chin falls that way in the neck area. And his collar. His coat actually comes down like that. Kind of like that. Sort of like that. His hat in here is too much of a hat in here, but I'm not going to go back and change that. And let's see, he's got his shirt and tie over here. I can't see this. His collar comes down this way and goes down this way. Sort of like that. Not exactly. I think he's got a longer face. He's got a shorter face. His hat is not as high. So maybe I can paint that area out in black. Let's go ahead and do that. And I don't like the shape of his face in here. He's got that side of his face kind of comes like that. And this is all the side of his face in here. Let's color in the black. Let's color in this. We'll make this all black. Just because I feel like it. Maybe his ear is not that big. Not too bad. Not the greatest. It's kind of hard when I'm trying to work online and work in a little area and get my stay in frame. Alrighty. So, let's see. Let's go back to this pen. Hey, this guy is not smiling. This is sober taciturn guy. And he's got a lot of shadowing under his eyes. Kind of under his eye there. And we're going to make his hair darker just because I need it to show up in there. Alright, now I'm going to see if I can't do the same thing with the brush here. Give it some shading value in here. And with his hat. Under his eyes a little. Under his forehead. Let's shade this part of his face. I think I'll leave it. I don't think I'll do much more to it. I think I'll leave it. These don't have to be perfect. He doesn't have any color. So let's take my white. Because I can't put much color on there. Let's just make a white. Ooh, that's wet because I used water on it. My page is wet. It's wet. I'll have to come back when it's drier. I'll leave that alone. Let's see, what else do I want to do here? Let's see. Could do some emblems. Here's Lindbergh. Ooh, I kind of like her. Airmail is socially correct. The Babe. I think this gets toward the last of it, doesn't it? No? I like all those baseball guys. 1920s. Journalism. Wicked and Wise. The New Yorker. Was she abducted or did she just pretend? Sister Amy Semple McPherson. And there's little, oh, Piggly Wiggly. There's Piggly Wiggly. And Mortimer Mouse. Now that gets into the women flappers. Marathon dancing. Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong created a hot fire studio group above with his wife. I'm going to try to do Louis Armstrong. It may not look exactly like him, but we'll see. We'll see. This might be a challenge. He's got a full face. He's got that big old smile. It's Louis Armstrong's smile. Now I'm drawing him much bigger. His head on here is probably 3/4 of an inch by an inch. And I'm translating that over here to a much larger shape. So bear with me because and I'm doing that freehand and eyeballing it, not trying to grid or map out or measure or anything like that. Okay. Let's get his hair kind of blocked in. He's got that big Louis Armstrong smile that makes you smile. Makes you smile. And he's got, his neck comes down in here. And then his jacket comes over this way. And then he's got, his eyes are here. And he's got a wide nose. That big smile. He's looking off to the side there. got his ear much bigger than it needs to be. And his collar of his coat is much bigger than it needs to be. He's got a bow tie on. We'll give him a bow tie. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Maybe make his cheeks a little fuller here. Now what's going on in there? Now, I think I'm going to give him just put a horn in here just because I want to, sort of. Comes all the way down. Let's get another one. Just sort of a symbol of a horn. Okay. This is all background in here. I'm going to make it orange again. Just because I'm having fun. I'm not looking at chat too much because it's hard for me to see. Maybe I should stop here, and now I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do in there because I made that black. Where's my black? Bobby pin. You know, and when you do these, when I do these, I'm not too worried about precision. I'm just giving a hint of things in there. I mean, you could sit here all day long. I could sit here and try to get this right. But that's not where I'm going with these. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. There we go. We'll come back to his face. I want to look at chat. Dee Dee has a 930, a C930E camera, because that's what I got, same as Dee Dee's. It's the enhancement. It's a Logitech C930E webcam, Logitech. Thank you, Trudy. Asher said, stick people. I'm way back in chat here. Oh. I guess I'm caught up with you. All right. Yeah. Let's try something here. Where's my red? Where's my red? Orange. Yeah. Let's make these outer lines red. These. I should be doing pocket pals and painting envelopes and stuff like that. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. You have to do what, you know what, and I don't like the white in that his eye. It needs to be shaded in a little bit more. Can I do that? Can I grab some of, where's my towel? Grab some of this and shade his eye in a little bit more. Finish doing this. I just feel like playing in my art journal this morning. I'm running out of red. Okay, and let's grab this yellow here for the trumpet. There we go. I'm not going to do much more to that, just a little sketchy sketch. One more. Let's do one more. I gotta find it. Got some ladies, but oh, I could do Charlie Chaplin. Rudy Valet. Who's this? Edwin dolled up for a radio audience. Automobiles. The automobiles. Riders who dazzled and dared. Sinclair Lewis. Fitzgerald's. Ooh, Sigmund Freud. Albert Einstein, Sigmund Freud. That's all in the 1920s. Oh no, that's still the 1920s. That's the science. I'm gonna do Sigmund Freud. This guy over here. It probably won't look like him, but oh well. Part of the problem is the light is shining on it. Here, let's put this reason to smile there. All right, so he's kind of looking, he's not looking down. His head is slanted off, it's angled off this way, but it's kind of turned down. His head is kind of turned down, but he's looking out. His eyes, if you could see his eyes, they're coming out this way. So, it's interesting. These two guys are looking off this way, and these two guys are looking off that way. Let's get him in here. Just a fun sketch. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Louis Armstrong. I'm going to put man in top hat here because I don't know who that was. Man in top hat. And I don't know if Sigmund Freud will appreciate his picture being sketched here. He's looking down. So he's kind of looking this way. And he's got a sort of a beardy beard here. Chin here, there. Coming off this way. His neck comes in here. His ears in here. I'm not sure that that's totally right. Oh, I have to laugh. If you guys ever wonder if Mary makes mistakes, she does. This part of his face is all in shadow. He's got this big old nose. And his eye is off over in here. He's got more of a forehead than I have on him. You can barely see this eye. It's all in shadow. And this eye is actually up a little higher. Poor Sigmund. He's got a mushy mustache. He's actually looking up, but I got him looking out a little bit more. His ear comes in here. He's kind of frowning. He's got some shadow in there. I think I've made him older here. I think I've actually aged him on this page. Oh dear. Sorry about that, Mr. Freud. Let's see, he's got a white shirt going on here. And coming down that way, because his coat actually comes down in there. His shoulder actually comes right in there, doesn't it? I think I've aged him. Gave him a longer nose right in there then. Let's just all shade all that in. Shade all this in. No, I don't think I captured him at all, but that's okay. He is who he is on my page. Kind of looks like a Depression era guy. He's got a baggy eyes. I think he's got a higher forehead. All right, we're gonna. I think I got this part right though. We're gonna leave him alone for a while and do the background. And I think I'll put in another one of these lines. Let's see if I can go back on that white line up above now. No. We'll leave it like that. On this one, I'm going to try this. He looks angry. Oh dear. I don't have his neck in there right. I don't have his beard or mouth in there right. He's actually got a fuller face there. I'm going to leave him alone. I'm just playing in my art journal because I feel like it. Actually, he needs, let's see, let's see if I can give him some shadow in here. Not with that. Where's that other little brush? We'll make Sigmund really dark and dreary. He's kind of dark and dreary. Kind of got a dark side to him there. I'm gonna name him Sigmund. Dr. Sigmund Freud. It's a poor likeness. All right, so over on this other page that I did, over here, I put 1920 gals. I'm going to put 1920 guys down here. Is it ES? Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong. And let's see, what did I do over here? I didn't give it a border, did I? I've got an awful lot of border on here. I'm going to leave it. All right, that was fun. I actually like the back of it much better. I actually like the back of it, kind of just peeking through. That's why I put this on there. There's my hummingbird. Kind of like that layout, just like that. And this came from Aunt Beth, and this is the rhyme that Cheryl wrote for me. Sunflowers are yellow, the sky is blue. Mary's working in her August journal. What will she do? So that's kind of fun. Oh, what time is it? Let me look at chat here. Aw, thank you, Jersey. You're always nice to me. Hi, Mitzi. I see Christy came and went. She said have a blessed day. She's off to work. I miss a lot of the chat, having the laptop over to my side here, because I'm facing this way and my laptop is way over that way. Oh. Linda said she's almost done with her notebook. That's cool, Linda. Trudy says she's almost done watching binging on Linda and Pen's composition book series. You're playing in your art journal too, Jersey? Yay! Linda says, I'm drawing with you, Mary. I'm drawing wonky people. So am I, drawing wonky people of the 1920s. Well, let's see. What time is it here? It's only 6 o'clock. I feel like the treasure of Tutankhamun. In October of 1922, Carnarvon reluctantly agreed to fund one more season. 1 month later, Carter opened the 3,200-year-old tomb of the boy pharaoh Haman, King Tut, Pharaoh. It was nearly intact. That's cool. I have a stamp, but I don't think I can reach it. I'll have to do that another day. We'll stamp that, and then I'll copy that little note. Let's see, what else happened in the 1920s? The great economy, prosperity. See, they went through a lot of prosperity in the 1920s before that stock market crash. Proud people that good times forgot. John L. Lewis, the dynamic head of the UMV, survived a series of cruel setbacks for labor. A struggle of a decent living, and then came the crash. I think that's kind of the last. And then it goes into the 1930s. I feel like... Oh, let's put this in my art journal. I have another one, but I don't know where it went off to. Another one that matches this. When I find it, I'll put it in. I don't want to spend all this time. Let's put it in here. Let's put this toward the back. Where am I going to put it? Shall I put it right here? No, it doesn't belong there. What's this? Kind of like the idea of it on its own page. Maybe just right in there. When I find the other one, I'll put it in here. Let's put this in. I've already got tape on it. Put it right in there like that. Then when I find the other one, I'll put it down here. What I feel like doing now, let's see if I can find something that looks Art Deco-ish. I don't know if I can find it in this book. 1929 Duesenberg. 1927 Ford Model T. Flappers, bathing suits, Journalism. I'm looking for something that is inspiring me here. I guess I'm not going to find it in here. I was looking for a flapper. There were some in here. I guess she's the closest thing, but she doesn't have the long. These are swimsuits. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not sure I can do it. We're gonna try it. I want to do a carving. Do I have one more eraser in here? I do. I want to do a carving of a flapper, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can get her on here. We shall see. We shall see. She might be more of a silhouette type thing. And I was wanting one with a longer dress. But we'll do this one because it's in here. It says, all dressed up for New Year's Eve, an exuberant flapper displays her high voltage Charleston. She's doing the Charleston. You know, I was looking more of those flapper dresses with the long waist and the, but that's okay. We'll do this one. Maybe. Maybe. I might have to sketch her out first as a trial. So I don't know how she's going to look on her. And then I'll zoom in when I start carving her. If I get her sketched on here. Okay. I'll start with her long legs. And the knee is bent there. So we're going to have a bent knee. Might have to come over a little bit more. Am I buffering? My PC is buffering. Let's see if I can refresh. giving me an ad. Skip the ad, Mary. Linda, are you buffering? I'm not buffering now. I refreshed. Let's see if my phone is okay up above. Looks like it's up above. Let's see, what was that comment? Wow, listening along while doing the ironing, Janet said, but had to stop and comment, making a stamp of a flapper. I'm trying to. Hi, Vicky Sparkles. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody who's come in. Let's straighten this leg out a little more here. I can't see too many of the comments because my phone is up there and my laptop's over there. And I'll zoom in here when I start carving this. I just kind of want to sketch it. Let's see, her hands will come out this way. And I don't know, I might just make the hands like that. And the shoulders come this way. We'll see how this flapper works. We'll see. And then her head, she's got a hat on. Like that. She's going to be very simplified flapper. I'm not saying she's going to be so perfect. If I can find another picture of one in a longer dress, you know how they were. Well, here's one, but that's not. See, they're dancing over there, but. And I kind of like these swimsuit models. This does not have. This is the best picture of flappers. I like the gals in the swimsuits too. That would be fun to do. Let's see, if I get her hair in like this, I'm not going to try to do the eyes and all of that because that's too tiny. Let's get her hat in here. Now I have to decide, am I going to keep her legs as colored in as part of the stamp, or am I going to try to carve it out? I think I'll keep them colored in. So, very much like this. And the dress will have outlines in it, but it'll be kind of colored in too. I think I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. It may be a fail, but that's the only way that you get there is to try it. I'm going to have to get a better picture of a flapper. She looks more like a, well, this is New Year's Eve. She's got a short outfit on. I need to sharpen my pencil. We'll see how it turns out. Oops. And I dropped my band here. We'll see how it turns out. It may look, this is just fun. I'm just having fun. I need to go sharpen my pencil, but I have to go out in the other room. So I'm just going to put in some of the detail and then fill it in when I reverse it. Let's see. Very simplified. I wanted one with a long dress, you know, with the flapper dress. I'm going to find, I don't have a picture handy of that. We'll do that. We'll do that another day. I actually kind of like these swimsuit gals. This is a New Year's Eve flapper. She's bringing in the 1920s. We'll see how she turns out. We'll see how she turns out. Where's my... I guess I could use the back of this. Now I'm going to have to oh, she actually looks better on there than... Let's zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, thank you, Jersey. It's great to start my day with you guys. Hi, Vicky Sparkles. Hi, Suzanne. Mary, you really inspire me to use my stuff. You need to use your stuff. So do I. Suzanne's in the house. Vicky's here. Jersey's here. Vicky said it was great. My daughter was over yesterday for steaks on the grill and lots of man time. Oh, thank you, Jersey. It's a beautiful journal. All of the things are so amazing. I'm kind of in awe of the whole thing. Humbled. I think Jersey's talking about her journal. It was amazing how Johnny put all of it together. Oh, I haven't been following her. I need to follow Johnny. I haven't been. I need to do a lot. My weekend, Jersey said her weekend was great. I received the amazing journal. Thank you so much for your beautiful page. Tag, beautiful tag. My heart is so full of gratitude. She's talking to Vicky. Laura is. All right, so let's go back. I'm going to try to zoom in just a little here. Oops, that might be a little much. And I have to move it over here. So let's move my, well, see, this is where I need my, camera. There. You aren't going to see her over here. Let's see if I move it here. Move this over a little. You can see a little of her. There. Now, let's move it over just a little more in the center there. I'm going to tilt my camera. Hopefully it won't fall off of the... There. All right, I'm going to try to detail this and carve it out. When I say detail it, I'm going to take my ink pen and kind of draw it in a little better if I can. Now I'm going to carve this negative area out. So it will be her legs will be in the dark area. But it'll have here where her legs bend into each other, right in there. I will have to make a line there. And then her legs come over this way, her hips come over that way. And kind of come in there. And let's see if I can do that square heel. Sort of like that. Now her skirt, let's see, her arms, let's see, I have to figure out how this goes. Where's my drawing? Her skirt kind of comes down this way. And she actually has like a pin in there. And her shoulders go up that way. And this is, her hat comes down this way. And she's got some hair. She's got some hair up in here. I'm going to leave her head alone for now. But it would be all black if I didn't carve that area out. So I'm not sure. We will see. We'll see how that happens. Let's get her arms in there. That's going to be kind of hard. Now her skirt, like that maybe. Well, I'm not too unhappy with it. I'm debating what I'm going to do to her head. Whether I just want to carve it out or leave it. I think I better try to carve it out and just make it blank. Not try to put in the facial features in that tiny of a spot to draw a complete face. Now maybe if I were a miniature artist, but that face is probably at its widest point 1/4 of an inch wide, and at the shortest point in there probably 1/8 of an inch. That's too hard to carve a face. I might be able to draw something in with my Sharpie later. So I think I'm going to carve this entire area out in here. Leave this area dark. Put her hair in here. Her hat will be maybe like this. Like that. This will all be dark in here. There might be a white line in there. And there will probably be a white line separating her legs from her skirt. And this will have to be dark because I'll need it to stamp off. And her legs will be dark because they'll need to stamp off. I don't know. I don't know if I could carve out her legs or not. We're going to make them dark at first. I think it'll be too hard to carve out those little legs, but we'll see. Maybe I can make little fishnet. And maybe what I'll do, which would be kind of fun for this stamp, if I'm going to leave her legs dark like that, I could do it right on her socks, but I could also do it here. I could do fishnetting up in here with diagonal lines maybe. Leave all of this dark, but carve diagonal lines in here. All up and in here. And the same way with her hands are going to have to be dark. Because it's too hard for me to get in there with my tools and carve hands out of there. But I think that fishnetting in there, if I could do lines, would add something to it here. I'm going to try it. I can always carve it out if it doesn't work. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We will see. It can always be carved out. I'll have a white line in here. I'll just carve a white line right along her legs right there. So this will stamp dark. And the fishnetting will be white lines and there'll be dark areas in there. And if I don't like it, I can carve it out. I'd like to have a flapper with her long dress, and I'll have to find another reference photo. I can't do that right now. Do I want to do it on the other side? Or maybe what I want to do is just a line like this. Come in with it like that. Maybe down a little further. And like that. Bring it up here and go around this way. I kind of like that, and I'll leave this area blank. I don't even have to bring that line clear up. I could do it like that or not. I'll have to decide. Alright, I'm not sure about this line. I can always carve that out. So let's get the book off of the She's really a New Year's Eve. This is a New Year's Eve picture that I'm carving this from over here. This is New Year's Eve. Move it up a little. She's a New Year's Eve flapper. I'm going to find another picture with her with the long dress. This to me doesn't look like a flapper. See, she's got a long dress on, but she's also got her legs pulled up. She's doing she's doing some high stepping there over here. But I don't think I could get that. Well, I might be able to if I drew small enough, get her on here. I'd have to make her arms a little smaller in. I might be able to do that. The swimsuit ladies down here. Let me move it up a little here. I don't want to change my perspective because be the reason someone smiles today. Be the reason someone smiles today. I should put that for my positive saying for tomorrow. If you look at the beginning of my stream, you will see I did a morning page. And I'm going to start doing morning pages. Alright, let's carve her out. Let's see what happens. Let me have some coffee. She's a New Year's Eve flapper. She's not really the flapper as what I would think of a flapper, but... Did I not get out my red? Yeah, I did. Here it is. Is that down too low? Maybe up a little? There. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is just carve a line around her. And then her dress, her skirt, it'd be easy enough to find a flapper with a long dress. It's just hard for me to show it here. I have to find a picture and actually print it off. I'm missing my webcam. Alright, let's do this. Maybe put a line here and a line there. And a line there and there. And let's see, this skirt kind of comes down this way, but it's not too much. No, I don't think it is. Now this is very easy to carve on this eraser because this eraser carves like butter. I don't think I would try this on other carving material. This small. This I barely have to touch it and it carves. Now, I'm going to carve out, and I think I'm going to get rid of that line right there. This side line, that little line in there. But I'm going to carve out this area in here. Right in there. And let's see if I can't make a straight line going down that way. A little soft. The eraser's a little soft. Now I want to carve out her face, her hat area. This area in here is all going to be carved out. I'm going to get another picture of a flapper. I just used the reference photo that I had. I'm still debating about this area. But let's go ahead and do the line this way. And that way. If I don't like the diagonals, I can take them out again. Let's finish carving this out. I don't know about the diagonal lines. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. If I don't like them, I can take them out. They're kind of hard to put in there. One more in here. That way. Now I have to go this way. Be kind of hard to do fishnet stockings on her with this blade anyway. So I'm trying to do it in the background, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. We will see. Now I need to carve out her head, her face area in this hat. Hat comes around like, oops, I'm getting a little deep on it. Kind of like that. Her face, this is her neck. This is her neck here. It curves around like that and stops. You never know unless you try how these things will turn out. Now I need to define her arm. I think I got her arm pretty well defined on this side, but I need to define it on the other side in here. So her arm comes down this way and goes up this way. Kind of comes up and around. Like that. And then she has a shoulder area. And then some hair. And then her hat. Now I also got that fishnet in here. I don't think I can get it in there too well. I'm just going to kind of carve a line in there. Maybe, well, maybe I'll just make one little. We'll see what that looks like. So I'm going to put a diagonal line here. Whoops, I've got to carve this curved line out here. I don't know how that's going to look. kind of crooked. A little better. Curve it that way. See if I can add a couple more diagonals in here. I might end up taking out my diagonals. They may not look like I'm visualizing it. They may just be spots. Well, I think I'm about ready to carve it out. I mean, to stamp it off. See if I can work with her hat just a little bit more up at the top. There she is. Let's see how she stamps off. Let's see how she stamps off. Get my journal out here. Shall I stamp her underneath of my sunflowers here? Right in there. Alrighty. I'll get a stamper, ink her up off of the camera here, sorry. Let's see what she looks like. Now, I didn't get that part inked. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's take this out in here. And then in here. That part in there needs to come out right in here. Now, I don't know. I think this just convolutes everything. So I'm going to carve out those diagonal. I like them, but not this tiny. So I'm going to carve this area out in here. course, when I did that, I nicked her leg. But you get the idea. Not the easiest thing to carve, I have to tell you. This small. Let's carve out this area. And while I'm doing this, I'm certainly not looking at chat. So if you've just come in, welcome. Thank you for coming, saying hello to me in the morning, hanging out with me. Maybe some of you are getting ready to go to work. Carve this area out. I think that's a little plainer to see. I don't think it's as convoluted in there. Alright, let's stamp it off again, see what she looks like. I'm kind of happy with her. I think maybe her face, I think maybe this line in here might need a little refining. Maybe in here. Kind of like that. And maybe in there. And maybe this needs a little carving off in there. It almost looks like she's jumping rope. I'm going to carve this out a little here. There, I think I like that a little bit better. All right, let's stamp it off and see what it looks like. Well, this hand is awfully big and this one's awfully small. I might have carved too much there, but let's do it this way. And let's make this hand a little smaller. There, I think I'm a little happier with that. Let's see how she stamps off. Oh, I'm pretty happy with her. I'm pretty happy with her. There's just some areas that need to be cleaned up in here. Now I want to get a flapper with a long dress. Yeah, I kind of nicked this leg up in there. Clean up all these little pieces. These need cleaned up in here a little bit more. Right in there. Let's stamp her off on. Now let's close this up. Yeah, if I can get it out here. Let's stamp her off on some little pieces of white paper here. got 4 of them. Cleaning it up a little after I inked it, just to see where I need to clean. Not too bad. Got a few areas that I still want to clean up a little. Around her hand. Actually, some of it is just shavings that are still stuck on there. I need to get a brush and kind of brush it off, I guess. I kind of like this area in there, which right in there, kind of like that. Trying to clean this up a little. Step her off again. Yeah, I got my hand on it. There, I think I like that. Got her hat. That was just a, I think that's just a shaving. there. I didn't get it cleaned off. Let's try it one more time. One more time. She doesn't look more like, she doesn't remind me of a flapper, but she does remind me of the picture that I looked at, the shape of the picture that I looked at. The only thing that reminds me of a flapper there is that she's got her legs crossed. Her legs, you know, she's dancing. I'll have to get some more pictures of flappers. I don't have any right handy that I can look at. I like the stamp though. I like how it turned out. We'll just call her a dancer. We won't call her a flapper. We'll call her a dancer. We'll call her a dancer. Yeah, I'm getting that yuck around the corners, but that's because not because I don't have it carved, it's because my ink is going down in it. It's the way I'm inking it up. Let's turn it this way and ink it this way. Wait a minute, I see a spot. I see another spot. Those little flecks after I carve get in the way. Ooh, I like her. I like her pretty good. This is the last one right here. I like her pretty good. We're going to call her a dancer rather than a flapper. She just doesn't look like a flapper to me. Pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it. What time is it getting to be here? It's a little after 7. So I carved my stamp this morning. Here's my pop-up book. For those who let me zoom back out again. I need to zoom out. Oh, hold it a minute. My chair is stuck on the... There. Let me zoom out. What did Azure say? Mary, you're looking for a job? Hook up with one of the stamp companies. You know what, though, Susan? I can't commit. I can't commit. I do this for fun. I found this out about myself. The things I do for fun, I do the best on. If I commit to something, I do horrible. I do horrible. I can't, the deadline just freezes me up. I think it's because I'm done with deadlines. I want to play. That's all I want to do is play for the rest of my life. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Thank you for the thumbs up and the comments and the encouragement and all of that. Aw, thank you, Laura. Okay, this is the pop-up page that I made, and here's, what did I do with the cover? This is the cover. This is the cover. Now, Tanya at Tanya McGuire, this, that, and chat, she made a smaller card and put it on her cover that way. So her card actually comes on her cover. I'm making my and she calls it a base, not a cover. I'm going to make this a journal cover, and I'm going to put my pages in it. I might have to trim this page down just a bit. But this is the pop-up page. It pops up. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I did that yesterday. Tanya goes live at 12 noon on Sundays. So, and this is the stamp I carved this morning. I did some morning pages. I'm going to start my streams out with this morning pages, and I want to do something positive in the mornings. Get me started. See if I can't start my stream on a positive note. Well, my word this morning was need. I need my coffee. That's a positive thing. But I'm just going to write really big and just write a note here. This morning I said, for those of you who didn't see me do this, Monday, August 5th, good morning. I was thinking this morning and about starting my day off with a positive word. Then I went into the kitchen to make morning coffee and noticed I was just about getting low on coffee. I need coffee. So I started thinking about the other things that I need. Maybe not grocery. I guess I'll go shopping this week. Now, morning pages are really to do a brain dump, to do whatever's on your brain on the morning. And they're really for yourself. But Annie V sent me this book, and I'm going to do it first thing on my streams. And here I just drew a little cup of coffee. And this gold that you see on here is, I got this at Hobby Lobby when they were having that sale thing. And it's brush leaf. It's kind of an antique gold. But I really do like it. It's not the Rub and Buff. Annie V also sent me some Rub and Buff. But it reminded me of this. It says 03-14-18. I suppose that this is getting old. That's probably why it was on sale. So I did this morning, and then I worked in my art journal. I should work on my Happy Mail, but you know what I said about meeting deadlines and having to do stuff? When I have to do something, I cringe. I like to play. So this is what I did in my art journal this morning. I did these 1920 guys sketch them. That was just kind of fun. They're not the best sketches, but they're fun sketches. Over here I did the gals the other morning. I did the gals. So over here I did the guys. And let's see, I also put in a page here, just a fussy cut And I got another that matches this. I think it was on the other side in the book. I think it came over here. I'm going to put it down there when I find it. I'm pretty sure that's 1920s. I got it out of a history book. This is my hummingbird that I started the other night, and before my camera bopped off on me. I only had about that much done. I glued it down and then I started drawing a line. I might have had the flower in there. So I'm going to do more Art Deco studies. I'm kind of trying this line right in here right now. Art Deco has big, broad areas of color. They have an image and they kind of outline it. Some of them do. Not all of them have this type of outlining, but they have very stylized shapes. This is sort of stylized, but not too. But yeah, it's kind of fun to go out and study the different things. And she's kind of Art Deco in a way, in that she has that line around her. But I'm just going to call her a dancer. She's just a dancer. Let's do this. Let's do this. Like this. So you can see my, well, we'll just leave it like that. So you can see my, what I'm doing here. So I'm getting ready to sign off. Dee Dee Willingham will be coming on in a few minutes. That's not true anymore. No fun anymore. Oh, that's true. No fun anymore. Yeah, when you have to do something. So that's why that's really why I do not have an Etsy shop. It's kind of why I don't do Facebook groups. The Facebook groups, I just think that I would commit the time to it. And I think I would cheat you guys. And it's kind of how I feel if I was selling or doing my art for somebody. I've told a couple people I'll do things for them, and I tell you, I just keep putting it off. Just like my snow globes, I keep putting it off. And it's not that it's not fun, it's that I have to get it done. And I'd rather play. So, and my Happy Mail keeps stacking up over there. I play with my Happy Mail, get it done, but I haven't got it mailed out yet. I've got bee cards that can be sent out, or butterfly cards, and what were the other cards that I did? Were they bee? No, what were they? I have to go look. I even forgot what they were. Postcards. All I need to do is put a stamp on them and address them. I don't know why. What's the matter with me? I don't know. I'm not motivated. I'm just not motivated when I have to do something anymore. I'd just rather go play. So, thank you all for coming in. Thank you for spending a Monday morning with me. I always have fun getting started. Where's my I Need Coffee book? Is it under here? Let's pull it out. That's what I need to do, is pull my I Need Coffee book out here somewhere. My morning pages. Let's pull it more like this, I guess. I'm trying to get everything in frame for a picture. That's what I do at the end. Everything that I did in the morning. That's okay if that is cut underneath my scissors. There, something like that. Let's put a couple of these over here. Something like that. My stamp there. Alrighty. Have a great week. Have a great day. And if you have some time, do some art. Bye, everybody.